Joyce is getting ready to do an easy stretch routine outside on a nice spring day. Have a yoga mat, a strap, or a hand towel available. We're going to start out in child's pose. So bring your toes together, knees spread far apart, with your palms facing down. Slowly lower your forehead to the mat, let your hips lower back, and relax, your spine extended. Take 3 breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now press your palms firmly into the mat, just so that your elbows come up and come up to tabletop position. From here, come to all fours. We're going to do some cat-cows. So inhale the tailbone up, exhale the tailbone down. Inhale the tailbone to the sky. Exhale, rounding your back, tighten those abs. We're going to do this 3 more times for a total of 5. Come into a neutral position and then push your tailbone up to the sky, coming into downward facing dog. Walk your dog out, pedaling your heels back and forth, trying to touch the mat, lengthening those hamstrings. When you're ready, come into stillness and rest in down dog for a moment. Now walk your feet to the front of the mat. And come into forward fold. Grabbing your elbows here, swinging side to side, shaking your head up and down, left and right, releasing any tension out of your back. On your next inhale, reverse swan dive up, reaching up to the sky, and then swan dive back down to forward fold. Now place your hands on the mat and step back down to down dog. Now we're going to raise the right leg up to 3-legged dog and bring it forward between our hands into low lunge. You can drop your knee here if you like. And feel that nice stretch in the psoas. Take a few breaths here and then lower down to lizard if you can. Now we're going to press back up onto our palms, maybe not as quickly as Joyce did right here, and gently let your rear end move back towards the back heel, straighten the front leg, raising the front toe to the sky, maybe even reaching out and grabbing that front toe if you're able. Should give you a very nice hamstring stretch here. Place the palms back onto the mat, inside the foot, and come back to all fours. And then to down dog. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So raise the left leg, bring it forward between the hands, drop the back knee into a low runner's lunge, and maybe lizard if you have it. Take a few breaths here, again, and get in that nice psoas stretch. Then release your hands, place it back on the inside of your foot, and take that foot back your rear towards the back heel, front toe up, grab the toes if you're able. Take a few breaths here, and place the hands down and come up to the middle of the mat, facing the long edge, legs wide apart, arms out to a T, and with a flat back, come down to a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Grabbing the ankles if you're able. Now put your hands down, bend the right knee, keeping the left leg straight. Left toes pointed to the sky for Spider-Man or your version of that. Hold here for a few breaths and then move to the other side, bending the left knee, keeping the right leg straight for Spider-Man here on the other side. Release that into a forward fold again, both hands down on the mat. Leave the left hand on the mat, raise the right hand to the sky for a nice twist. Now bring the right arm back down to the mat, place it under the head, left arm to the sky, twisting to the left. Now place both hands down with a nice straight back, rise up again. This time we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, intertwining our fingers, and fold forward again, letting our palms fall to the ground, as far forward as possible. This is just a nice chest and shoulder opener. Just let yourself hang here for a few breaths. Release in your lower back, staying here for 5 breaths. Now release your hands, come back up with a flat back, turn to the front of the mat, step forward, feet together, reach up, and swan dive down. Hands to the mat, step back to down dog. Now raise the right foot up and swing it forward through to pigeon. Now if you don't like pigeon, you can modify it as Joyce is going to do here. Her right knee is not the best, so she's going to sit down. Place the right ankle across the left knee and lean forward if possible. And hold here. Come back up. If you've done the modified pigeon, you can do that now on the other side, or you come up to down dog again. Remember, in pigeon we want to keep the front leg as parallel as possible. Square both hips to the mat. Don't let that right hip roll up. And fold over if you like. Now we're going to come back up to down dog. Walk it out if you like. Remember, keep that tailbone to the sky. Heels as close to the mat as possible. Now walk the feet forward between the hands and come down to a seated position near the front of the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together for bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Fold forward a little bit if you like. Remember, trying to hinge at the hips. When we come up, we're going to turn to face the long edge of the mat. Spread the legs wide and straight and come to a seated, wide-legged forward fold. Reaching the arms out in front of you. Keeping that back as straight as we can. Remember to hinge at the hips. Not round the back too much here. If you're rounding your back, just don't go down as far. Now we're going to come up. Bring the left foot into the right quad. Arms up. Rotate the chest to face the right foot and fold over. Reaching for the toes as best you can. Again, trying to keep that back as flat as possible. Hold here for a moment. And when we come up, we're going to raise the left arm up. Open our chest to the left. And reach over towards the toe. Release here. And now we're going to switch sides. Left leg out straight. Right foot in the quad. Arms up. Turn the chest towards the left knee and fold over. Grabbing the toe if possible. And when we come up, we're going to raise the right arm to the sky, open our chest to the right, and fold over, getting a nice stretch in the oblique here. Now come back up, grab your strap or hand towel, and come to a comfortable seated position. Take the strap or hand towel between your two hands, reach up overhead, and gently pull it back behind your head, bringing the hands down, feeling that stretch in the shoulders, opening the chest. Release back up, set the strap down, raise the right arm up, grab the ankle, dropping the right hand between your shoulder blades, give it a gentle pull here. Pulling back, feeling that stretch. Both arms up. Now do the other side. Drop the left arm back. Grab the right elbow. And pull back just a little bit. Both arms up. Bring the right arm across the chest. Cradle it with your left arm. Feeling a nice stretch in the deltoid here. And now the other side. Left arm across. Cradling it in the right. After releasing that, we're going to turn back to the front of the mat. Legs out straight, toes up. Hinge at the waist to a seated forward fold. Grab the toes if you can. Remember to try to keep the back straight unless you're able to get those lower ribs all the way down to the quads. And when we come up, we're going to lay back. Take your strap or hand towel again. You're going to raise the right arm towards the sky. Place the hand towel or strap across the ball of the foot and try to straighten that right leg. Pulling it back towards the ground as best you can. Getting a nice hamstring stretch. I'm going to drop the left arm to the ground in a T position and bring that right leg slightly across the midline a few inches. Now take the right foot out towards the right a few inches, making sure to keep both shoulders firmly on the ground. Back up straight, release the foot, and now switch legs. Left foot to the sky, right out foot straight on the mat, and hold here for a moment. When you're You ready? Place the left arm out again and bring the right foot slightly across the midline. And notice on this side, Joyce is going to switch hands. Put her right arm out as she brings the foot out to the side a bit. And back up and release. Come back up to seated. With the left leg out straight. Bring the right foot up and across the left knee. Left arm up and twist to the right. You're able to bring the elbow outside the right knee. That's fantastic. Right arm is back behind you. Remember to keep the back nice and straight, really extending through the crown here. Now release. We're going to do the same on the other side. Left foot outside the right knee. Twist to the left. And hold. Now come just to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to the heart center, and we'll end with a quote. Quit the endless worrying about the future. The way you get through life is one day at a time, even 1 hour at a time, or even 1 moment at a time. You can find, create, or notice one good moment. A good moment in a bad day counts. Begin with this moment and make it count. Namaste.